I have met so many people, and I volunteer with Pain BC and work with people in chronic pain. But that's like, everyone has a different thing there. But I think what I'm fascinated about is that the science is improving so quickly. I find that a lot of people give up or accept where they're at, which is part of the healing process. But I think to continually educate yourself on what's new and what's coming out, because this, especially pain science, is unbelievable right now. So I'm so excited to see where it's gonna go. And I want to keep my toe in the water. You can just keep asking questions, and I asked all my doctors questions. My doctors at home were very surprised that I was they're like, stem cells? And I was like, yeah, stem cells. It's evolving so fast that the system is not caught up to it. So I think you just have to keep asking questions and keep advocating, and that like everyone deserves to not live in pain. So I think we can always keep asking more from our systems and see what happens. I was working in the mining industry, and my job was to pull wire through the snow. I know it's weird. In snowshoes. So one day I just pulled too much wire. It was a lot of weight behind me. And I was the only female on my team, and I was tired of all the guys. So I just was determined and wanted to pull this wire. And then it just kind of got stuck behind me. And I tried to pull into it, and I could feel the wire going into my body. And then the next day I woke up and I just had trouble moving. It was so bizarre. I woke up and then I was also more emotional. It was just a weird day. And then being really stubborn, I kept working. So I worked at a lighter job for another 20 days or so. And then over a 5-day period, my function started to decrease. So things that were light started to feel really heavy, which was bizarre, to the point where I couldn't, lifting my water bottle was heavy. And I was a person, my job required me to lift 60-pound items regularly. So it was so bizarre. And then I struggled to sit upright. I struggled to start, I couldn't put on my shoes anymore. And then I couldn't put on my pants, and I had to ask my coworkers to put on my pants. So it was it was so unbelievable to watch my body slowly lose function. And then to the point where I had to be transported on my side out. I just couldn't do anything anymore. I was 26 at the time, which is 11 years ago. The system in Canada, and Canadians will know this, I had an insurance body come in, and which was really hard because I was in denial that I was injured, which hurt my case. So I ended up fighting with them, and I really just didn't realize the severity of my injury. And then I started to slowly get better. I started to be I would drag my legs, and then I started to be able to walk a little bit better, be able to just move myself better. It was a long, horrible process. So I slowly got better over 8 months or so, another year, and then I heard a friend recommended me to get PRP treatment, platelet-rich plasma injections, from a clinic in Vancouver called Integrative. So that's what put this regenerative medicine on my radar, and everyone thought I was crazy at that time, because that was still 2014. So I got PRP into my back, and that helped heal the ligaments, which then allowed me to have enough structure in my back to be able to move and function better. So I could go to work for a little bit. I could sit for a couple hours without terrible pain, and I could move. And then, so from that, I started to gain a fairly normal life, but totally different life still at that. But I'd also gained this crazy thing where I had all this neurological stuff in my left leg, and I didn't know why. I struggled with weight bearing into the ankle joint, and that led into 3 ankle surgeries. It's just crazy. But Integrative was there and was helping me through it. But then that developed into chronic pain, and anyone who knows the chronic pain world knows that it kind of consumes your life, and you're just in pain all the time. You don't understand your flare-ups. You're just like, what is going on? But through counseling and psychology and these methods, I've learned how to manage that. And then once my ankle stuff subsided, I started being more active, and then my back stuff started rearing its head again, because now I'm trying to be more active, but it still was injured. So I went back to Integrative and got more PRP injections into my back. And then I just wanted a second opinion, because I felt that people didn't believe, or like I wasn't getting the care that I was seeking in Canada. Like, I'm still injured. So I started being a squeaky wheel about it. And then Integrative put stem cells on my radar. And then through the specialists I saw in Canada, they did more neurological testing and then reassessed my recent MRIs and then confirmed, luckily from them and from Integrative, they both confirmed that stem cells into my disc were the next best option for me. And you can't inject stem cells into the disc in Canada. So having Integrative be like, Renue is the way to go, and vetted, I felt really comfortable making that transition. And it's a direct flight from Vancouver, which when you're in a medical condition, you really want a direct flight. And then, there's a lot of factors that led me to Renue, because I did look at other stem cell companies at other places as well. But I chose Renue because of the recommendation, the direct flight, and the patient experience. Like, I think once I was connected with my patient advisor, he gave me his number and I could text him all my questions. And that made me feel really comfortable.